like the title says, what a game. What a game. Um, Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing up for the recap. The title says it all. I am Dean. I am a former teacher who loves to play with numbers and spreadsheets, and I'm trying to create my own little algorithm for football because I love doing football and just seeing how the numbers dictate and tweak the actual outcome of the game or vice versa. So, in following up, made my own algorithm. Spreadsheet algorithm is a stretch, but crunching the numbers formula is better. In the formula, looking at total offense, total defense, total points scored, offense and defense, turnovers, penalties, and then I added the special teams, the punters, just for the Super Bowl. To recap, week one, the wild card round, um, the formula went 4-2. Week two, the divisional round formula went 3-1, and the conference championship round went 1-1. So that being said, it was 8-4 going into the big game. And looking at it, the prediction was to give San Francisco an edge by 3. And Jim, you brought up a great point. Um, how do you calculate a team being so hot like Kansas City was? They came together at the end of the year and obviously through the playoffs. And I don't know how you put a number with that, but it's definitely worth thinking about and looking at. So, just looking at the game, first of all, again, what a game. I thought it was so much fun. It was interesting talking, and variety of reasons. There are getting to be more and more people displeased with Kansas City for various reasons. The 49er fans came out of the closet and the real ones stepped up. But a lot of people were just kind of like blah, but yet it was, I believe I saw the most viewed Super Bowl ever for all of those reasons. I thought it was great. Got to watch with my son and his wife, and we just love hanging out and pretending we know football, watching it from the screen. Looking at the recap, I let it kind of absorb and sink in a little bit, but looking at the team stats and overall, it's crazy how tight, how even these teams were, hence why it went to overtime. Um, the time of possession, less than 2 minutes separated the time, 2 minutes, excuse me, little over 2 minutes separated them. First downs, Kansas City had it by one. The third down conversion, Kansas City definitely had the edge. Niners kind of came up short. Total yards, if San Francisco gets the ball, they're going to even it out, but the total yards were within 70. Total plays within 8. It's just crazy. Um, it's just, and the punts each had 5 punts, so the defenses stepped up when they needed to. Penalties, uh, teams were even on penalties. Each had 6. One gave up 40, one gave up 55. So that speaks volumes to what and how tight the game was. Now the individual game, Brock Purdy actually did, I thought he did quite well. I don't want to say actually because they're talking that San Francisco needs to bring in a big name quarterback. I think Brock is really, really emerging, and time will make him even better. He's a smart quarterback. Uh, he didn't have as many yards as geez, I'm drawing like Mahomes. But in fairness, the running game was performing better for San Francisco with McCaffrey versus how it was with the Chiefs. The Chiefs running game was definitely kept intact more often than not until Mahomes took off and he was the leading runner. I would say the big difference to me comparing the two offenses and where it sputtered a little bit, Debo needs to be a full access threat for the Niners to be successful. He touched the ball a lot of receptions, not a lot of yards to show for it. So Kansas City got to give them credit for reining it in. Shocking, Kittle only had 3 catches. On the flip side, Kelsey, he was there to play. And going down to the end of the game and into overtime. And I've always been fascinated by this over the years in watching basketball and football. And as a player, there were teams that I played on, playing basketball, for instance, and we would go down early by a lot. And we just knew we're going to come back. We're going to win this one. And then there were teams that we'd go down a lot and it was like, well, okay, we're screwed. Kansas City definitely had that first feeling of we don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to win. We're going to find a way to win, collectively find a way to win. And in sports, you got to appreciate that so much. It feels a little bit, I don't want to be preemptive, it feels a little bit like way back how the Steelers were, how the Niners were, and then more recent, Tom Brady and the Patriots. And it seems like it doesn't matter who you reload with Kelsey and Mahomes, they put it together. And that was definitely the case. They were focused, they found a way. And I'm so thankful the NFL fixed or tweaked. I don't think it's completely fixed yet. Tweaked the playoff overtime because that Bills Chiefs game where the Bills never even got a chance to snap the ball in the playoff game. Both teams should get a chance. They did. Yeah, there it is. On a total serious note and sad note, my heart goes out to the people injured, the families hurt with the parade in Kansas City. It's really sad that it can't be a true celebration, a mass celebration without really scary things happening. But that's where we're at, and hopefully we can turn that trend and tweak it to be better. So my heart goes out to people that are directly and indirectly impacted in Kansas City by what happened during the parade and the celebration. Okay, it's in the book. Super Bowl's done. Football's done. We've got draft coming up, and now we have to wait until August. Not sure what's going to happen with sport dolls in between. It's not going away, but we'll see. Waste management just happened. Oh, we'll see. Thank you all so much for this ride. Thank you for being good football fans, and have a super, super great day. Bye.